Now, rather than give you the answer like I've been doing, I'm going to show you how to use a graphing calculator to check your own answers. Now, the best part is, once you learn to use a graphing calculator, and once you demonstrate to me that you understand the process of graphing, you can use a graphing calculator to do all of your graphs. And we can use the graphs then to do some pretty neat things. So the graphing calculator will be a very handy tool for you as you take additional math classes. I'm going through all the steps that you need in order to get graphs on the graphing calculator. I'm going to use the TI-82. Most of the other calculators are similar to this one, especially the other TIs. So if you understand one, you can probably read the manual to get the others. It's going to be kind of tricky to hold so many things and hold it so you can see it. I thought I could get a little better focus, but I can't seem to. So you might want to have another calculator available so you can kind of see it a little bit plainer as I point out this one. If you do want to stop the tape and go get a calculator, go ahead and do that. But let's graph y is equal to 9 minus x squared on the calculator. Now the first thing you want to do on the calculator is to see if it's in the right mode. So hit the mode button. Well, you got to turn it on first. So down here is where you turn it on. So turn on the calculator and clear anything that may be on it. And let's hit the mode button to see if it's in the right mode. Now you really can't read that at all, but what you want to do is to make sure that everything along the left side is highlighted. So for the time being, you want to make sure that everything along the left side is highlighted. If something on the left is not highlighted, then you'll need to do so. Now once you check the mode and make sure it's right, the next thing you want to do is to set the window. Now the window here, let's see if I can get that so you can see it a little bit better. There you go. You're not going to be able to see everything at the same time, but we can just about get the window in now. For the window here, notice that x minimum is -3, x maximum is 3, the x scale is 1, and the y minimum is -5, and the y max is 20. Now what does it mean on this window? What does that scale actually mean? Well, let's go back and look at this scale. I'm going to have to refocus it. On this scale, x minimum is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10. So x minimum is -10 because x ranges from -10 up to 10. So the x scale goes from -10 to 10. Now I'm not going to take the time to count them, but I'll tell you the y scale also runs from -10 to 10. So this would be y minimum, y maximum. Now the scale is what each little square stands for. Now in my graph, each little square stands for 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, up, 1, 2, 3. So each scale stands for 1. So I'm going to set the graphing calculator in the same scale that we have here. Now you can't read it all that plain, but I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do, and you can do it at the same time on yours. So I'm going to hit the down arrow key down until I highlight X minimum. And I'm going to write in -10. Now let me show you where the negative key is. The negative key is here. Here is the subtract key. This is the negative key. So I'm going to put in negative 10. So now I have x minimum set at negative 10. Okay, I'm darkening it so maybe you can see a little better. Now we're going to do, maybe it needs to be a little. Okay, now x maximum, I'm going to come down and set x maximum at positive 10. So x maximum is set at positive 10. I'm going to leave the x scale to be 1. The y minimum, I'm going to put at negative 10. The y max, I'm going to put at positive 10. And the y scale, I'm going to put at 1. So that's exactly the same as the grid that I showed you. So the second thing you do is to set your window. Now once you set your window, then you want to push the graph or the y equals key, and right here is the y equals key. And if you have anything already in it, you can go ahead and clear it out. So if there's anything in, clear it out by hitting this key. Now once you get it cleared, then you can go back up and you can put in your first equation, which was 9 minus, now to hit x, you hit this key. This is the one to get x. So to get x, you hit this key. And now to get x squared, we want to go over and hit the x squared button. So you can see we have y is equal to 9 minus x squared. Now to see what the graph is, I just hit the graph button, and there's your graph. Now look at yours. Does yours look the same? If so, you graphed it correctly. If not, you need to get help. Well, I'm going to leave you to do the second one yourself, except I will say that you have to solve for y before you start. To solve for y, you get y is equal to x squared plus 2x. Now graph y is equal to x squared plus 2x on the graphing calculator and see if you get the same answer that you did when you did it by hand. Now let's go back and look at the graph y is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3. And let's note the x-intercepts. Or let's note the values of x when y is equal to 0. Now y is 0 all along the x-axis. Remember, y tells you how much you go up or down. All along the x-axis, I do not go up or down any. So we can tell on this function that y is 0 when x is negative 1, and y is also 0 when x is 3. Y is 0 when x is negative 1. Y is also 0 when x is 3.